I want to say this about the Aries Spears Tiffany Haddish situation. I hadn't really posted anything to YouTube about this situation, but you can follow me on Higher Heights on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok. I do have a brief summary about this on Facebook, but I wanted to say this. I don't know what's really the details of everything that's going on. I do remember seeing the skit a couple years ago, the inappropriate skit that him and Tiffany Haddish were a part of. But I want to talk about more about what I feel like is going on with Aries Spears right now. A lot of people in the industry do not like Aries Spears right now. Some of it, probably most of it, a lot of it is because of his attitude and because of the way he carries himself. But I feel like nobody is showing compassion for him because of his attitude. And I feel like he's being picked on a lot right now. He's low-hanging fruit to where people can really attack his character, attack who he is, because we're talking about a man who really he is a success story. He has had a lot of success when you talk about TV and all of those things like that. But when we go to this skit that he did, let's say this skit, this inappropriate skit from 2013, 2014, I do feel like this is a cash grab. I do feel like the people who are threatening to cancel, the people who are trying to get him incarcerated, that's a straight up cash grab. Because like I said, we all exercise poor judgment sometimes. We all make mistakes. But the reason why I say that, unless more people come out of the dark that this man is really like this, or he really likes kids, or has done something of this nature before, it's called a mistake, people. It's called a poor, very poor use of his judgment. He did not exercise good judgment in the skit. I understand. But just like I said on my Facebook post about this, y'all got to realize the era that he came up in comedy, you could push certain envelopes. Now, do I agree with him actually using actual kids in the skit? No, I feel like, yeah, he could have probably got some adults to fill in as the kids or whatever. And the skit wasn't funny. I remember seeing the skit years ago, and it wasn't really just funny. He was trying. He was probably trying to get another grab at getting some attention. He was probably trying to take another stab at getting in the spotlight. Because yes, like everybody is quick to point out, he has not been really at the forefront of comedy since Mad TV. We know this. But right now, you got a lot of people coming at him strictly based off the fact that he says some things that, you know, kind of rub people the wrong way, and his arrogance and his attitude. People body shame him all the time. People talk about him all the time. And clearly the man probably is hurting on the inside. I can kind of relate in a certain instinct, because it seemed like I said, a lot of people don't like him, and there's some people jumping on the bandwagon of not liking him in personal opinion, and now you're trying to demean the man as if he's some kind of pedophile because he exercised poor judgment. And they're even trying to exclude Tiffany Haddish to a certain degree, trying to blame it on the fact that she was just up and coming and she attached herself to him. And I don't feel like either one of them should be really canceled from it, but you can't say one without the other. Like, if you're gonna try to drag him down, then you're gonna have to drag her down as well. But I don't think either of, this is my personal opinion, that neither one of them should be dragged down in the first place. I feel like people need to get off this high horse. And now if it's more kids start coming out saying that, oh, they did me like this, or this, I felt like this around them, then we got something to look into. But because they did a skit, and this is another thing that just burns me up. And I know that there are going to be statistical data about people who say, well, sometimes when you feel violated, it takes the victim a while to come out. But not 10 years, y'all. 10, 11, 12 years, y'all. Come on, man. This is what I'm trying to say. If I shoot you, you're going to wait 12 years to prosecute me. You're going to wait 12 years to try to sue me. You understand what I'm saying? Now, this is another thing that you just started hearing about in the last couple of days. Now she's called the accuser, and the person coming at and attacking Aries Spears is now calling for him to be arrested. Now she wants litigation, or I mean not litigation, but his immediate arrest now. But let me tell you this: just a couple of days ago, it was just about money and just about canceling him. I do not feel like what's going on with Aries Spears is legitimate. I feel like a lot of people just don't like him. They picking on him right now. They're trying to put him in his place because he said a lot of things over the course of the last few years that has pissed a lot of people off, including his recent comments about Lizzo. And I'm pretty sure she's probably sitting back getting a good chuckle out of it. But Lizzo, you know, so like I said, whether, you know, people are allowed to have their opinion. Everybody's not gonna like you, and that's the same you could say for Aries Spears. But I feel like right now a lot of people are taking this opportunity to jump on the bandwagon and pick on this man. So with that being said, we got to learn how to start showing some compassion, especially where it's warranted. You don't know all the facts. We do know that this was an inappropriate video. We all can agree it was cringy. It was cringy. It wasn't funny. It was poor judgment. Okay, we get it. But is it worth really all the hoopla? Now, of course, on these social media platforms, everybody gets a chance to talk about it, including a man like myself is able to sit here and we can talk about it. But this is the problem with our society. Everybody can sit back from a righteous perspective and say what he shouldn't have done. But if we dig up skeletons in everybody's closet, they're going to find some mistakes on you. And one of my best, people that I follow, I love this comedian to death. I feel like he's an awesome truth teller, Corey Holcomb. I feel like he's an awesome truth teller. I love his work. I really admire and respect his work. But I already know he got a problem with Aries Spears, man. It's a personal problem with Aries Spears. So with that being said, I don't like to hear his opinion and how he attacked him. I don't like Yamanika, whatever her name is, Yamanika Williams or whatever, that's on Comedy Hype. I don't like the way she attacks the situation. You know, she instantly gets on here, and like I said, I don't know who you are, lady. Yamanika Williams, or I'm gonna figure out your whole name in a minute. But she's on Comedy Hype. She's an analyst that appears on Comedy Hype every now and then. But with that being said, lady, you instantly come on here talking about this man. So I don't know if y'all got some kind of personal thing going on or whatever, or something that happened with you. But man, I can't stand for a person to attack somebody's physical, and then now it's not all right for him to talk about Lizzo, right? It's not all right for him to body shame Lizzo, but you get on here and you just start attacking a man, and you're clearly saying there's something wrong with his health. I do feel like he's crying out for help. I do feel like he's crying out. He used to be in the spotlight. He used to be a great comedian in the spotlight on Mad TV, and he has said a lot of things that are controversial, as so have many other people on these platforms. That's all people do all day on these platforms, is try to say something shocking, try to do a thumbnail that's shocking, try to put a title on that's shocking, try to be a shock jock, or as they say something that stuns everybody so that they can get attention, views, and likes. And maybe Aries has went around about it in the wrong way, but I feel like he's low-hanging fruit. I feel like people are taking this opportunity to pile on. And to you, Mr. Aries Spears, what I would say to you is to sit back, analyze what's going on, take inventory and stock on what's going on in your life, because you don't have a lot of people in the industry that like you. And know that God, if you have God, man, you don't have to worry about these people, man. And I don't know you personally, sir. It's just me looking from this perspective, and I do know that you have brought some things on yourself. So we have to sometimes sit back and take, hold on. Oh, is that okay? So sometimes we have to sit back and take inventory over the things that we've caused on ourselves. And so, like with Aries Spears, that's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say, like, I feel like with the Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears situation, they exercised poor judgment in what they did in terms of doing that skit. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's all over the media. Somebody's accusing them, and somebody's ready to sue them and cancel them over a skit that Tiffany Haddish and and Aries Spears took part in 2014. And the last thing I'm gonna say is this: I'm sick of people drudging up stuff from 10, 15 years ago. If it was that egregious, if the kids were really that hurt, if they were really that traumatized and affected by this, why did it take you 12 years to come out and say something? Why did it take you so long to attack them? This is the perfect opportunity. Aries Spears just came out with some bad comments against Lizzo. Now y'all done drug Tiffany Haddish in it. I don't feel like she funny, but that's a whole nother issue. But y'all dragging another woman into this because you want to pick on him. So with that being said, man, y'all, that's my piece on this, man. Y'all gotta understand when to use judgment and discernment and show compassion for somebody, man. Just because you don't like a person, that don't mean you just cancel their whole life. And Corey Holcomb said he should kill himself, man. Now even though I admire and respect you, admire and respect you, Corey Holcomb. I love your work, man. For you to say that's crazy. That's really crazy. So y'all be good, be blessed. That's my piece on Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears as of right now, and I'll be back soon. So yeah. Wait a minute. Yup.